no, man. Looks like Shanks is gonna have to wait. When have you seen Kid look like this? Holy crap, when has he ever looked this alarmed? He didn't look this alarmed when Luffy punched that Tenryubito back in Sabaody Archipelago. Seriously, take a look at this picture. Tell me this is not an exact replica of Apoo, Hawkins, and Kid looking at Kaido. It's them. Mufasa came in. They were unprepared. They were like, huh? They completely unexpected, and now they're going to have to pay for it one way or the other. The animation work from Shida, who animated Kaido, was great. When I saw those hands come out of the ground, man, it kind of gave me that Gear 4th vibe, but instead of steam with Luffy, it's actually dust. Holy crap. I mean, just the impact itself, the impact of the suicide attempt capsized the ship. Holy crap. It was one of the best chapters, if not the best chapter that we got. Well, that's debatable, but it's one of the best chapters that we got in last year for the manga, and now it's finally getting animated. So I went and got myself some Japanese rice juice, otherwise known as sake. Look at that. It says the finest sake, the purest, finest sake you'll ever taste. Amazing, amazing work by the Japanese people. Quality product right here. So, oh fuck. I just noticed that here on the bottle it says produced and bottled in Folsom, California. So, I guess it's not going to be as authentic as the one that they drink in One Piece. It's from California. Shit, Sometimes, just you really try hard at being something and life doesn't work that way. You can't always become what you want to be. I wanted to be a weeaboo. It didn't work out. This isn't fucking Naruto, folks. You can't always become what you want to be. By the way, don't drink this cold. You either drink it warm or room temperature. Don't drink it cold, because if you drink it cold, you'll dilute the flavor, like the actual essence of the beverage. By the way, just really quickly, just talking about Naruto, the Kyuubi, Kurama, all right? The person who does the voice for Kurama, the voice actor, is the exact same person that does the voice for Kaido in this episode. This is actually not the first time I've tried it, so that's why I know. I got this cup. It's the best thing I could get, that resembles like the cup that you should use for sake. So let's have a drink of this classic Japanese beverage. Watch me. Yeah, it's pretty strong. But in the anime, you know how you have Shanks and Whitebeard drinking out of these massive fucking bowls of sake? I guarantee you, if a normal person were to drink that much, they'd probably be dead within the hour. No joke. I mean, it's pretty. That's why they're Yonko, because they can actually do that. Their bodies, their durability is so high that they can drink bowls and bowls of shit like this. Oh, and Kaido too. Speaking of Kaido, in the previous chapter, he had a gourd. He was chugging that shit down like it was water. Just, oi 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 Mugiwara. Yeah, so it's tasty. It's good. It's actually, I guess, if you drink it more, you become a little bit more tolerant to it. It's not as heavy. I want more, actually. The episode starts off with some Dressrosa bullshit again. I don't know why they're always together in shots. Why are they always shown together when it comes to the composition of a shot? Doesn't matter. But anyway, Kyros wakes up. He thinks about Rebecca. Do I care? No, not really. I don't. Sadly for Kyros. And then he walks away, he writes a letter, and he walks away, and in this shot right here, it looks like he has two legs. So, I don't know, maybe they just didn't want to show the fact that he's missing a leg, or maybe they just fucked up, but it's kind of funny either way. Zoro was drinking a lot of alcohol in this episode, and I think it's because he knew that Kaido was going to show up, so to celebrate, just like me, he just, hey, let's have a drink, because this shit's about to get real heavy right about now. It's surprising, though, that he doesn't go to sleep, because Zoro likes to sleep a lot, but I guess Pika was too much of a fucking scrub that he just told him, like, no, I don't need to sleep because my opponent was weak as hell. But also this episode was manly as hell. There's just something about Kaido, the texture, his muscles, that when you look at him, you're just like, holy crap, you begin to think, I know it's unrealistic, but you're like, damn, maybe if I really work out and try hard, maybe I can be like this guy someday. I don't know. Is it just me? Yeah, it's probably just me. And fortunately, the Kaido stuff is not the only good part of this episode. In fact, the Zou aspect of the episode is really, really strong as well. We open up, as a manga reader, you catch a lot more things, like after you know what's going to happen and where they're at and all that stuff, that you don't catch the first time around. Like, for example, the height of the island, the texture, the ground that they're stepping on, the way that the water just kind of like, just goes away. You just notice a lot more stuff knowing what's going to happen. So I really liked that. Did I like mention how like I thought the animation at first was kind of wonky? Like, there's certain shots, specifically when it came to Nami, I noticed like Nami looked kind of different than from what I remember her looking. I mean, just look at her nose in this shot right here. It's a little bit weird, right? Like, it's not like the Nami I remember. I think it's a combination of both her eyes and her nose. Something was off. I don't know. And it wasn't always off. Like, there were some shots where she looked really good. But Sanji, I think, looked good throughout the entire episode. And not only that, but the attacks. Brook's attack and Sanji's attack on Sheephead were great. They nailed those moments. I loved the music, the OST from Sanji, that when they the chef type of soundtrack that starts with dun 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 dun. But overall, I did think that during the Zoe section specifically, the art was either a hit or miss. Like, just look at this one, right? So if you look at the trees and like the atmosphere, like the environment, it looks like some type of weird level of like Super Mario Brothers or something. And then if you look at this establishing shot where you see like some type of a gas, hint hint, this looks like a picture straight at, or like an actual screenshot from the new Jungle Book movie. So the on and off art style, when it came to Zoe, was pretty noticeable, but honestly, like, the ending completely made up for it. It really did. They even added some weird music to Kaido that I've never heard before in One Piece, but maybe it was a track that was used before this episode. But yeah, it was just so. It was an experience to watch Kaido crash down and then come out from that hole, and then watch Kid and Apoo and Hawkins' reaction to that. By the way, in the manga, I do remember that I think Urouge or Uroge, like he did a prayer and he said something like Amen, and there's like this huge wave. And in the manga, I thought that the wave was the thing that kind of like pushed Kaido over the edge for some reason. But in the episode, it's kind of like, no, like he straight up jumped by himself. Urouge didn't do anything. All right, he was just sitting there with his crew watching, speculating about the fact that he thought he was not going to jump, and then Kaido just comes down like a meteorite. Actually, I think in the manga, Kaido jumps first, and then Urouge does his like amen thing. But so it's, lucky for him, Kaido wasn't really looking for trouble. He was just wanting to jump out of that island, which, by the way, is supported by balloons. But also, in addition to the hype music and the animation, so both of those elements are super important. But another thing that comes in to make the moment even more hyped is the freaking narration. The narrator, the guillotine shattered. The chains broke. The blades turned to splinters. There is nothing on this land, sky, or sea, all right, that is more what the fuck than Mr. What the fuck himself, Kaido. It's time to start the greatest war this world has ever seen. Joker! That was great. Just great. I mean, look at that face, all right? Tell me that's somebody that you want to pick a fight with. Just say it, Because Kid and Apoo and Hawkins are like... Apoo totally shit his pants. I mean, that's a fact. Apoo, yeah, he needs diapers right now. But anyway, no, I think it definitely did the manga chapter justice. The only reason why I would put the chapter above the episode, is because, well, I didn't know that this was going to happen. So the experience of having that, like, you wake up one morning, you read that chapter, and you're like, holy shit, this is a game changer for everyone here. That experience, like, that's what really stuck with me from reading this chapter. But the anime did an amazing job at adapting that. They added more movement to Kaido after he fell. They added the music and also the reactions of the supernova. That's what really stuck with me. Just having Kid's face. That's a priceless Kid face. So despite the flaws, I still think this was a great episode of One Piece. I'm hoping that we're going to get a new opening sometime soon, possibly in the next couple of weeks, but that's just me being optimistic. Unfortunately, next week's episode, it centers around Rebecca and Kiro, so I'm like, oh, fuck. But whatever. They actually spoiled Sengoku in the preview, so... But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like the review if you did, I appreciate that. Subscribe to my channel for more One Piece content. Comment down below with your thoughts. Thank you, guys. Bye.